Today I'm going to be playing EU4 as the nation of Tunis, a fairly large nation located in the Maghreb region of northern Africa. Now, even though Tunis looks so big on the map, it is pretty poor and weak right at the start of the game due to the low development provinces. However, because we are the Barbary ICTA government type, we do have the ability to raid coasts just like pirate nations, which will help fund our early game expansion into the weaker guys down south and Morocco. But after that, we will have to face the Mamluks in Egypt, the Iberians in Iberia, and the Italians in Italy. But what do we do after that? Well, you see, dear viewers, when I asked you last video, all of you said that I should ask one of my so-called friends what to do, truly one of the half Tunisians of all time, talking about Laith, of course, and he said to conquer historical Carthage borders, have Rome at 100 devastation, be the #1 great power, and have the most trade income in the world. You see why I said friends. So let's jump in as Tunis and do all of that. Alright, here we are as Tunis, ladies and gentlemen. Jokes aside, a really fun nation, a nation that I do like playing, and I have played them a bunch of times. One of the final, big nations in A to Z that we have left right here. And like you just heard, because of the goals, that's why I've been delaying this video for a couple of weeks, also because I was away. But yeah, like I mentioned in the intro, man, Barbary ICTA government type, we have all these bonuses right here, and it does enable us to raid coast. A pretty good mission tree right here as Tunis. We do have the ability to form the Mamluks and Andalusia and whatnot, but of course we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be staying as Tunis, and the Tunisian national ideas are actually really good, man, focusing mainly on naval gameplay, starting up with plus 20% galley combat ability, which is insane, minus 25% naval attrition, plus 25% naval force limit as a finisher. In the meantime, infantry combat and merc discipline, diplo relations, navy tradition and privateer efficiency, sailors, naval leader fire, trade efficiency, domestic trade power, and tolerance of the true faith. So yeah, let's go ahead and do one of these right here, get the estate setup done, get the galleys ready for raiding, and we'll see how we'll start this campaign. Okay, estate stuff done. Didn't give out the loans because I got this agenda right here, which we'll get the money for by raiding. Let's go ahead and rival some guys. I'm just gonna rival the nations that have rivaled me, which is yeah, Aragon, Portugal, and Tlemcen. As for the expansion plan, man, obviously you guys can look up a map of peak Carthage borders, which is pretty much, like this over here, about a third of Iberia, then the Balearic Islands, these islands right here, and about half of Sicily. Of course, we will be getting that, but we will be expanding more than that as well, because how can we become a great power and have max trade income if we don't? So yeah, there we go. That's pretty much done right there. I think I'm gonna go with the efficient tax farming right at the start. Let's get these boats right here. Let's split off these galleys. I'm gonna give them an admiral right away, and we're just gonna send these guys off everywhere and raid everything that we can. But before that, let's immediately start improving with the Ottomans, who are gonna be probably our only ally for the entire game. Revoke the guarantee on Fezzan because we need to fight them, and I'm immediately gonna start spying on Tunis right here. Let's see the missions. We just need to own provinces there to gain unrest, and we need 5 lights to gain various claims on stuff over here. Right now we have 2 lights. Let's see, is that true? Yeah, we got 2 lights. So let's start building up 3 more lights so we can get those those missions done. Alright, raiding done. We did get quite a bit of money in sailors, as you guys can see right here. Pretty much raided everything that we can. An immediate what? Succession war between Aragon and Castile for what? Aragon, wait, what's going on? For Navarra. Okay, not that relevant. Thank frick, not that relevant. This is actually good. It might weaken Aragon for us and enable us to fight them pretty soon. But yeah, with that out of the way and with the estate agenda done, I'm gonna pick up burger loans as well. Let's go ahead and hire 3 advisors right here. Let's get this tax guy. Let's get this trade guy. Let's get this manpower guy. I'm gonna go with we got Maghrebi corsairs right here for more loot and more privateer efficiency. I guess I'll swap to this before we raid again, but for now, galley combat, that's what we're gonna go with right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue building the lights over here, and let's finish building up our army. There we go. So yeah, man, the game plan is just pretty much a standard Tunis gameplay right at the start. Eat up the small guys in Tlemcen, then go for Morocco. Once we have all of this, we'll see if we can go into the Mamluks or the Iberians or the Italians or whatnot. we do need to fight, like, specifically for the provinces we actually need for the goal. Really, the only Italian nation we need to fight is Genoa, so I guess we'll wait for them to leave the HRE. Let's see. I hope these guys don't get... Ooh. Oh, no. No. That sucks. It might be more worth it to wait for the Iberian wedding, man. It's way more annoying to fight Aragon, France, and Austria than it would be to fight, like, Castile, Portugal, and Aragon. Also, yeah, I've started building up 1 million galleys. Okay, there's an alliance with the Ottomans, also got stability, and also there's construct a Corsair fleet, which gives us claims on all of this, which is nice. You know, this is all things we need for Carthage, and there's Ottoman diplomacy as well, which gives me a permaclaim on these things right here. All right, that's pretty good, man. Lines have been built up. Let's just wait for a couple more galleys, or do we wait for galleys, or do I go in for Tlemcen, like, immediately? All right, to Jared. We do want Jared as well. And I did think about conquering, like, only Carthage borders and stuff like that, but if we do that, then the #1 great power and most trade income goals are impossible. So, yeah, I will be expanding out and more than peak Carthage borders. All right, armies are up. Got the Free Company up as well to help out a little bit, even though they're costing a lot of money. Let's declare on Tlemcen for the conquest of Dara right there. Co-belligerent Jared, co-belligerent Mazab. Will, like, vassalize these guys down here to save just some admin points. Let's go. Okay, so this is how the war is going. Mazab is done, which means we can vassalize them. There we go, I'll do that. Morocco also declared on Tlemcen. Luckily, they only occupied Figwig right here, but now they're also standing on Jared. So I need to wait for them to, you know, occupy this. So then they piece them out, so then I can go and occupy it and vassalize them. That's why we're still staying in this war. What the hell is going on in the rest of Europe, man, with these succession wars? Okay. Denmark declared on Austria. We'll see that. Castile actually kept Navarra and beat Aragon's ass hard. Aragon is actually... Whoa, wait. They're only allied to Austria. They've lost France. They've also lost Naples. And now Austria is busy in this. What is this? Munich succession war. Austria got Munich as a junior partner, but Denmark, because they have the Wittelsbach as well, they've contested it. Does this mean we can actually strike Aragon here without Austria coming in? We need to keep an eye on this. Their navy is also weak. It is changing, dude. Austria does have... Well, it doesn't? Yeah. Okay, this war is done. There's a piece out on Jared as well. We'll make them our vassal just like that. What happened? Oh, Fezzan declared on them. Okay, I guess we're fighting Fezzan too. This is good. I can just feed it to Jared. Okay, let's quickly wrap this up. Okay, sieging Fezzan. There's Tlemcen done. I'm not gonna wait Morocco. Frick, Bigwig. We'll just get it later when we fight them and their subjects. So, there we go. There's Tlemcen done. We can, yeah, reduce that one, score this up, and I can call in the Ottomans in this. No need. There's another mission. Control the Barbary coast. Sailors and privateer efficiency. Good. Okay, let's wrap up Fezzan. Quick check on Aragon. Still the same. Okay, we are done with Fezzan. I will feed all of this to Jared. There we go, just like that. Save some admin points once again. Perfect. Let's keep an eye out on the Aragon situation now. And it's just popping off everywhere, isn't it? And it's not like we can never fight Aragon if we don't catch them now, but, you know, we'll just have to wait for the Ottomans as help or whatnot. But yeah, this is changing all the time. I don't think we're gonna catch them now, but still, let's pay attention until this war is over. That's right, let's get rid of this guy. Damn. I'll accept. Of course I'll accept. Ottomans are actually not in a very good situation, and I'm not even planning on helping out. If Venice is about to destroy their boats, who are they actually fighting? They declared on Albania, who was allied to Serbia and the Pope? No, allied to the Pope, guaranteed by Serbia, and of course they do start off guaranteed by Venice. Why would they do that, man? I hate it when the Ottoman AI doesn't go for biz first, you know? And they're supporting Transoxiana, so they can get involved in this bullshit too. Worst part is, this makes me not able to raid Venice and the Pope, because I'll have a truce with them. And obviously now Venice's boats will prevent me from landing in Aragon if I can fight them. Okay, raided some more, at least over in this region. I had to be careful to avoid the Venetians. I guess we can raid a bit more this way when this war is done. But yeah, got Tech 4 in every category. It's time to start putting down buildings. That's how we get the funding in the early game, like I mentioned in the intro. Renaissance has also already spawned. No luck on this Aragon thing, so I think I'll just start deving for the Renaissance in... yeah, our capital, actually. Ottomans aren't gonna win this. They're down to 15k troops, dude. you know, without my 20k, yeah, these guys outnumber the Ottomans by quite a lot. Venice is on low, though, so they should dip quick. Why would these idiots declare this, man? And look, what's going on here? Athens declared an independence war, being supported by Naples. What the hell is going on in this game, man? It's such a chaotic start, yo. The only normal thing that's happened so far is the relations between England and France. Athens did break free. They got all of Morea right here. Biz is independent and alone. Of course, some of you are thinking, go no CB Biz, blah, 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 but nah. All right, Venice is out. Now the Ottomans are definitely going to win this. Okay, since we're having no luck with the Aragon thing, might as well do our own thing. I'm just going to declare on Togourt real quick right here, wipe them out, feed them to Mazab, and after that, we'll get involved with Morocco. Right now, Castile is fighting Granada, who's allied to Morocco, so that's why this is happening. Tier 2 gov reform time. Strength and noble privileges. Yeah, look. Damn, man. The one game I need these guys to be powerful, they're absolutely gonna suck. So, they haven't gotten for Constantinople. They're still bogged down in this war with Albania, with no troops and no manpower. They've got some mercs up, obviously. In the meantime, the Mamluks have fought Karaman and expanded up here, and the Ottomans have just accepted the call to arms, I was gonna say from Transoxiana, but no, it's just Afghanistan? Yeah, I don't get this, but yeah, they will want to go and help out, obviously. It's the AI. Either way, I guess my war with Togourt is done, so let's feed that to Mazab and piece this out, and there we go. With that, all of the guys below us are done. Now we can take this mission, pacify the Berbers, we gain some unrest, and once we annex Fezzan and build a marketplace in Tripoli, we will start owning these provinces. I'll get them, but I don't think we're gonna do anything in West Africa, man. Okay, now I guess it's time to wait for this to pan out. Let's check Aragon again. No luck. Okay, the Ottomans wrapped this up. They actually didn't take anything. They got a, well, it's not a white peace with Albania, but I don't know. And in the meantime, this is probably one of the only times you're gonna see this on video, ladies and gentlemen. Herzegovina has defeated Bosnia and Serbia somehow without even the help of Wallachia, their only ally, because obviously they don't got a truce with those guys. So this is a shout out Herzegovina, man. I can coalition Castile. Why can I coalition them? They've taken stuff down here. Frick me. And now Portugal too? This sucks balls, man. Okay, I'm actually gonna wait for this to play out as well. Portugal's already standing on the most important fort. Aragon check again, still in this war? Nope. All right, got the Renaissance. Or, well, at least it's present. All right, what happened here? Frick. Okay, well, none of these guys are allied to anyone else. We don't got any claims. I guess we spy on Tafilal. It's the only nation we can spy on. You know, this actually isn't as bad as it seems because I can get some war score on these guys without even crossing over. Obviously, the plan for me when fighting these guys early game is build a big enough navy to where they can't cross and just farm war score on whatever they have here. All right, let's go ahead and hit Tafilal right here. Morocco and Marrakesh are obviously coming in. We might be able to full annex all of this, but more importantly, it's time for another very important source of income for the early game, the gold mine in Tafilal. So let's go. Can you believe this is still happening, man? How long have they been at this? What about, still the same, doesn't matter. Ottomans finally took Constantinople, which is good, and while I'm dealing with these guys, Portugal has declared on Sousse, so more complications in the, in the western Maghreb here. Alright, this one took a while because of the 2 level 3 forts that we had to go for, but, damn, I can't full annex them? Really? Frick my life, man. Fine, I'll just leave them in a draw right there. There we go. My guy in Sousse got discovered, so I gotta spy on them again. It's good that Portugal only took Tangier here. Oh, that made Tafilal my vassal. You know what? I'm willing to wait for the gold mine, man. Let's grant them, their cores and stuff like that. Save some admin points as well. There we go. And they got like 2 cores on Sousse right here, which we can reconquer, so. Okay, let's just go in on these guys immediately. No point in waiting around. Now, during this war, it's also time for our first idea group here. So, what's ideas most important for? I guess that whole trade thing, right? So we probably want to go like quantity trade, quality trade, stuff like that. Let's go quality because that's going to help our boats as well. And then the policy with trade is trade efficiency. Yeah, sure, I like that. Let's go quality trade then. I think that one is going to be the most complicated to do. And, the Carthage borders are pretty clear-cut, man. We know what we need to conquer. Rome at 100 devastation it's not simple. It's actually really annoying. Probably the most annoying goal, but at least we know what we have to do. Number 1 great power, that's pretty clear-cut as well. And then the trade thing. I think we go into economy, income comparison. Yeah, we need to be #1 right here, and that's at the end of the run too, right? It's not like become a trade leader at one point and then we can fall off. No, we need to be where Ming is. Where are we? And we're done over here as well. Let's just transfer this over to Tafilalt and peace out like this. Okay, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, sort of the initial batch of wars that I like to call with Tunis or any Maghrebi nation is done, where we've basically defeated all of the other Maghrebi nations. Now, we have a couple of options. Genoa is out of the HRE, and they're actually not that strong. We could go for them. This is probably the easiest war we can do if we get our boats up a little bit more. We could go for Aragon, which is not an option right now because Austria is strong. Mamluks, if we can get the Ottomans in, and they don't want to come in now. And then probably the hardest wars we can do are versus Portugal and Castile. But we need to go for them because, you know, like this line that I'm making right here-ish is what we need to own for Carthage, so we gotta fight these guys either way. I'm trying to link up with France. It's pretty rare that it's successful. I've done it a couple of times, but it's hard. Yeah, I'll keep improving with those guys. Oh, great power, which is nice. Okay, started annexing Jared. We'll do Mazab as well. So currently doing a bunch of raiding. As we can see, money and sailors are way up, and the Iberian wedding just happened. Is this more annoying than fighting Austria? Let's see. No, it's not. Portugal, Castile, and Aragon, and I guess Savoy are weaker than if I had to fight Austria and Hungary. So this is good. Okay, things have changed over there. Let's continue raiding. Then I gotta do a lot of construction. Okay, well, that netted us about 500 ducats. Let's rival, actually, the Mamluks. That'll be helpful for the Ottomans. Continue coring here. Let's actually take this, and let's put down some more buildings. So I put down a marketplace in Tunis. Let's put one down in Jerba. Let's do Tripoli. What else is there? Let's put one down there. Another one can go there. What else have I taken over here? Agadir, but that's still coring. Okay. Marketplace is done. Let's move back to churches. And let's start annexing Mazab as well. I got strong duchies and the integration policy up, by the way. Is there a potential for any other alliances? Milan, not really useful. Burgundy, Austria's not HRE Emperor anymore. It's Nassau. For now, it doesn't seem like this will impact our game. All right, Jared has been annexed, which means I can traverse the Sahara because I got a marketplace as well. Let's take it, and there we go. Now we're connected up to West Africa. Since I'm not really interested in this, and I like clean borders, let me try and sell Jado to Ayr right here. Sell province. This one for... Oh, let's see. We can actually get quite a lot of money for this. I was gonna give it to them for free. Okay, 153 ducats. There we go. We've sold that. And then I'm just gonna put a fort down over here just so we're protected from the south. All right, everything is full stated now. Let's reduce autonomy. This will help the economy quite a bit. Since I'm building up an even bigger navy, we'll need to sustain it somehow. Just chilling right now, just working on the economy. As you guys can see, we're gonna beat up some rebels, and then I think it's gonna be time to get involved with Genoa, and it is gonna be taking like all of their provinces in Italy because I haven't fought any Catholic guys yet. No one's really that mad, so we're gonna take all of this. I think the way we're gonna become trade leader is by just routing all of this, man. Sevilla, Valencia, Sofia, and Tunis, and shoot even Alexandria over to Genoa. Any progress on that front, by the way? We've climbed up a bit. 385 right now. Leader is still Ming, who's fallen off a bit. Bahmani's a second, actually. I guess they're having a good game, or, well, not really, but Oh, what is this? They're gonna PU Naples. Assholes. That's not good for me. So far, obviously, no goals have been accomplished. Yeah, man, we're actually so close to allying France. I've sent a Scornful to Castile and everything. I can't be threatened towards them. The only thing I can help out a little bit with is a max gift, but I don't have the money, and I don't think it'll move the notch that much. Actually, army string. Yeah, that's the only one we can really change. Okay, what if we do the classic... massive army? How big is theirs? Theirs is 36. So let's pull out the Independent and the Grand and the Free Company here. That'll get me up to 70. Let's hope this can help us ally them. Okay, they're up. Yes, nice, dude. Nice. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Okay, this is major help versus the Iberians, especially because France is right here, and they seem to be having a decent game, whereas the Ottomans are, well, actually, they're not in that much debt anymore. They were about to 900 earlier, so, okay. This is great, though. This is great. Let's get rid of these guys. I don't want to lose that much money, man. All right, now that I had some breakfast, I'm gonna go fight some Italians. How many people in history do you guys think have said that? Probably a lot more than you'd think, right? Genoa was also involved in a different war, actually, versus Savoy, I think, in the, yeah, no, it's the Genevan War for Independence, okay. Genoa also nabbed Cuneo and Nizza right here. I'll see if we can take this. Ooh, no, that's way too much. What about without Nizza? This one's kind of tricky as well, if I'm being honest. We might just go for Corsica and Genoa. At least, you know, get a foothold on the mainland, and then take, like, these three in the next war or something like that. Because I don't want to get too slowed down with fighting other guys, but, what other guys would we fight? Lucca. Did Lucca stay in the HRE? Lucca did stay in the HRE. That sucks. It's a really good center of trade. We could probably go for Florence as well. Tier 3 gov reform time. I'm gonna go with this. I'm also getting rebel bombed back home, so I think as soon as I siege down Genoa, I'll end it. Who's planning on landing? No, they're not. Okay, that's the peace out. Just Corsica and Genoa. No money, no war reps. All right, excellent, man. This helped our goal, you know, the Carthage goal, and this helps us in the trade goal. Let's go back home and beat up the rebels. Burgundy chose to remain independent, and France just went in on them. Of course, a powerful France is good for me. All right, Tafilald's been annexed, which means we can go ahead and full state this, and then we can activate encourage development and bump it up to 10. It's already at 6, so really not that bad. Frick. Damn, I knew this would happen, man. I was just looking at the Mamluks, too. So, I really wanted to go in on the Mamluks first instead of the Ottomans. I also have to help here, obviously. The advantage of us declaring and not the Ottomans is we control their truce with them and stuff like that. So, I was at least hoping to get, like, you know, this right here, man. The what's this state? Bahari, and then the Delta. And, I can never pronounce this, but, there we go. Accept. Let's go in. Radical reforms coming in during this war, which is great. Second idea group time as well. Obviously, we gotta go in with trade. The earlier we get it, the better. Then after this, man, we really gotta go off of policies a lot this campaign. So with quantity, it's goods produced. It's great for the economy, but doesn't really help trade. Okay, so we got with economic, actually, a pretty good policy. 10% trade efficiency. Defensive for steering and a merchant. Yeah. Expansion, I guess, is good, but we really don't need expansion. I guess we'll figure it out later. Okay, Ottomans peaced out, and they took the stuff over here, which, of course, is probably going to enable them to do the invasion of Egypt or whatever they call it. So I really got to keep an eye out on this truce, man. April 1500, hit the Mamluks. Did the Ottomans, they've started strongly desiring stuff till here, but it's very tricky, man. Ideally, we'd fight these guys with the Ottomans as well before we get this, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. France would help. Ottomans would, but they're in debt. I can't get like a 2,000 ducat gift and send it to them. That's what would help them come in. What about Portugal? No one wants to help with Portugal. I gotta go in on Castile, man. Take like these two right here and then stuff over here. Can I do that? No, we're losing too much money to send a gift. And I know I got a million forts, boys, but I'm keeping all of them up, man, until we deal with certain guys, you know? Trade check. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Venice is the leader now, pretty close with Ming. I'm 461. God damn it. Yeah, eventually we do have to move our main trade node to Genoa. We just gotta conquer more. So looking at the loans right here, if I take out one of these, then pay this off, then get indebted to the merchant guilds, it's only 1,000 ducats still. And the Ottomans' debt is 1,000, but you gotta send them way more for them to pay it off. You gotta send them like, probably like 1,700 or 1,500 if I'm being honest. So they use the money to insta-pay back the loan. Now, I could pull out some more right here. There we go, 2,000 ducats. Will it let me send a loan now? No, it won't because we're running a deficit. So I gotta do like this. And now my debt is bigger than 2 years of income. Frick my life. I'm making money though. What about 1,600 ducats? What about now? I guess I gotta chill like this. Okay, what about 1,200 ducats? Yes, now I can send them. Okay, let's try it with 1,200. There we go, the max, 1,225. Oh, they actually paid it off. Well, some of it, and they're willing to join. Okay, we gotta do this now because this influx of cash that they just got, why have these guys emigrated over here? This influx of cash might make them declare a different war. 60k, 45 boats, I got 40. France, 34k, 30 boats, and it's Castile, Portugal, and Aragon. The only problem is they'll pour in down here. I gotta hope that they go for France so the Ottomans have time to get the meat. And hopefully they'll go up north instead of down here, but yeah. We gotta declare, boys, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do that as well. I probably want to set up the defensive edict in these 3 down here. And yeah, let's declare on Castile for the conquest of Saleh, calling the Ottomans and France. We do outnumber them. It's gonna be tricky, but it's time to go. Ooh. Ooh, an amazing naval victory, dude. Look at this. 30 galleys versus all of this. Hell yeah, we got control. My guys are actually doing pretty well. The only problem is, you know, they keep wanting to get to Iberia from the top, and then they change their mind and they want to come in from the bottom, and then they change their mind. But there we go. Naples is pretty close to being full sieged. They were having more success up here. I just gotta hold it down here because if I walk into Iberia, I'll get crushed. So I gotta stay here. Dude, look at this, man. So we've occupied the war goal, obviously, and we got a couple of forts up here, but we got 84% war score, and none of Castile is, like, pretty much sieged down. I just knocked out Portugal, made them end the alliance with Castile, and I think we can do this unless the forts get in the way. So there's that. Let's get that to release Sicily. Okay, they want to give it to me, and then we can grab these two to release Catalonia and Valencia, right? Can they give this to me? Yes, they can. They can also give me that. Wow. And then, is that too much? Is this too much? No one's really mad, man, because everyone's so far away from them. But if I do this, I can't fight any Italian guys. So I think I will not be taking this. I think I'll only do this. Do I only do that? Frick me. Let's just take the Balearic Islands. Yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm also gonna get war reps here too. Okay, most importantly, man, first war with the Iberian guys is done. Now we got some vassals to release. So there's Valencia, there's Catalonia, and there's Sicily. Lots of reconquest to be done versus Aragon and versus Castile later. So that's dope. And now aggressive expansion is pretty high-ish. So let's chill and actually keep an eye out on the truce with the Mamluks. That's right. So for the next 8 years, let's just get our manpower back up and focus on the economy and rebuild the navy. So yeah, just chilling right now, working on the economy, and just a quick, you know, check on what we realistically need for the Carthage provinces. So it's all of this right here. Then it's like these 4 provinces here, right? I can't seem to click on all of them. Then it's like this over here, this right here. Pretty much everything I'm highlighting in red is stuff we gotta get, I think. And over here, you know, looking at this image, man, it's kind of hard to tell on the EU4 thingy. It's kind of like this-ish, something like this. Yeah, let's just call it like this, like, yeah, something like that. I know it's not really like that based on this image, but maybe something like, I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty much the stuff we lack for peak Carthage borders, which is looking really good, boys. Now, I'm going to remove these provinces of interest just to not make anyone like France mad, but yeah, just wanted to show you guys in case you guys haven't, like, you know, taken a look at that map or whatever. So yeah, let's continue chilling. Tier 4 government reform time. I think I'm gonna strengthen the ulama here. Wait, wasn't there a I thought there was a trade one in here, but no, I don't think there is. I'm just stupid. Yeah, it's just this one right here. For this, I think I'm gonna strengthen the ulama, man. For optimal, you know, control of provinces, we probably want to convert everything we can. Although if we can't, I might just give out some Demi privileges, but for now it's looking all right. Let's actually give out enforced unity of faith here, and that'll help a bit too. Yeah, I think the game plan is Mamluks, then Portugal here. Man, Austria's just unhinged when it's not the emperor. Okay, the Ottomans have been asked to prepare for war, which means they're not gonna start anything. We're just gearing up to fight the Mamluks here. Truce expires in April. This, of course, isn't needed for any goal. I guess you could say it's needed for the #1 great power goal, but mostly I want these center of trade provinces in Alexandria, man, so we can wrap Genoa here. And there's the truce. Will they help? They really should. Yes, they will. Okay, let's go in. I'm planning to take, well, whatever I can here. Let's declare for, actually, Alexandria. Meanwhile, just checking out the CBs that the Ottomans have on the Mamluks, and it looks like they don't have the required things over here to get the, you know, thing where they get all of Egypt yet. Okay, so obviously we want all of this and Cairo. Cairo has just so much war score and it's occupied by the Ottomans. So I think in this war, man, let's actually see what the Ottomans strongly desire. They do strongly desire these two. I think I am gonna risk it though. Let's do it like this, and then in the next war, I'll go in for these three. No money, no war reps. There we go. There's the peace out. Yeah, Ottomans stop strongly desiring that. We're in really good relations. We got lots of trust. I should probably trade even more favors for trust here, but that is that's a very nice help towards our trade goal. There's another mission. The center of trade is increased by 1. I don't think it can get bumped up to 3, so I'm just gonna take this mission. Yeah, let's core these provinces up. Let's take this, whatever. Let's go back home. Frick. When did France do this? I don't like that. Okay, but now that we've dealt with the Mamluks, it's time to go in on Portugal, who still hasn't re-allied Castile. They're only allied to England. England is easy to beat. I can do this solo, but why not do it faster with the help of France? Here, I'm aiming to take this and maybe even get up in Iberia. Wrapped up trade. There's quality as well. There's the policy too. Wonderful. Who spawned colonialism, by the way? Ah, England. Okay, I think this is a good enough peace out versus Portugal now. Let's get war reps and money from them too, and make them end the alliance with England. Actually, they won't accept. Let's just not get money then. Let's just not get war reps then. Okay, truce with Mamluks is actually up in about 6 years here, so either Castile is next to do some reconquering. When they've allied Austria, this could be good. This could be really good, and then it's the Mamluks. Although, you know, I do have the time to go in on this. I just really want to time that truce that the Ottomans have with the Mamluks, because I just need one more war versus these guys to nab these 3 provinces. Then I really don't care about the Mamluks. The only other center of trade in Alexandria is down here, and it's not that relevant. Truce with the Mammies up again. Let's go ahead and go in for Cairo, Buhaira, and Algarve right here. There we go, calling the Ottomans again. At this point, obviously, I can beat them by myself, but still, we want to control the Ottoman truce. So call them in. You know, changed my mind about what I'm gonna take, boys. Assholes. Okay, like this, we block off the Ottomans from taking the rest of the Mamluks. Sure, Ethiopia could go for this, but it's all right. I decided on taking more because I just remembered the #1 great power goal that, once again, my so-called friend bestowed upon me. So, there we go. Let's core that up. This gives us a nice control over Alexandria. Aggressive expansion, only these guys are mad. It's time to go back to Castile here and do some reconquering. France is defender of the faith and won't help them. Okay, let's just get the Ottomans back in position, and I'll declare. Okay, Ottomans should be back home. Yes, they are. Let's declare on Aragon, actually. Or wait, France doesn't help like that. Damn, this sucks. I gotta do it on, Castile. I wonder if it'll work for these guys. So let's do a reconquest for Valencia then. Call in the Ottomans and France. Austria and... Oh, actually, they've annexed Hungary. Austria, huge Austria is gonna be involved as well. So, yeah, this one is gonna be a big one, boys. Let's go. Tier something, Gov reform time. Could we go with naval professionalism here since we're so navy thingy doing thingies? Yeah, let's go with that, why not? These assholes, they came in, but they declared their own war too. Okay, so we're still in this war, but Castile just inherited Aragon. I don't know if they were annexing them or if it was a rule or death, but does that in some way change the peace out? No, it doesn't, because we did declare directly on them and it's still a reconquest. So there's all the cores back, only 30 AE. Yeah, the thing that changed was I had to take Barcelona manually because it was the Aragon capital and it was like 40-something AE, but it's way better like this. Yeah, I think this is the only thing I do. Maybe I take like Gibraltar and Malaga as well. Yeah, this is gonna be the peace out. All the cores back, and I'll take Gibraltar and Malaga. Okay, just knocked out Portugal, made them end all alliances, Castile, Britain, and Ethiopia too. And I'm taking what I just said I was gonna take. Literally 100% war score on Castile, ladies and gentlemen. And not even that much aggressive expansion. Okay, my guys are already diverting trade over to me, so maybe that doesn't change things over there too much. Let's core these 2 provinces up. And yeah, now we can actually annex all of them. Annex Sicily, Valencia, Catalonia. Next time we fight Castile, we expand down here, take this for Carthage, the stuff here for Carthage, and I think we should also take Naples from them, man. It's gonna be very expensive, but it's very necessary for Genoa. And I've been really slacking in this regard. Lucca went balls out here because they're in the HRE and they're protected by Austria. Venice is also really expanding here, which they never do. But at least they won't be too annoying to fight. Maybe, with France being defender of the faith, it changes things a little bit, but we'll see. There's colonialism as well. Admin 9, Diplo 10, Mil 10. Okay, annexing all subjects right now. Dude, we've climbed way the hell up with trade, man. Is anyone diverting trade to me? I don't think they are. I don't think I took those peace deals, but we're really good. We're number 3, just behind the Ottomans, but so far behind Venice, man. Venice is just farming. We gotta fight them. The problem is France being defender of the faith now. Wait, because that sucks. Okay, third idea group time right here. Probably gotta be another mill one. Let's see. The policy with trade. A merchant and trade power. Aristo is good, and cavalry is generally good for, you know, for us. Offensive. What's the policy with offensive? Trade efficiency and movement speed. That's good too. With defensive, a merchant and trade steering. That's also good. With quantity, it's goods produced. As much as I really need and want quantity, the policy is worst with it. Naval, ship trade power, and merc, obviously, we're not even thinking about taking these. So, I don't know, offensive, Aristo, or defensive? What's our national ideas like? I'm leaning towards defensive and the other merchant, man. I really am. Yeah, merchant and trade steering. That'll help us route it towards Genoa, right? Once we get bigger control. Yeah, defensive. That's what I'm taking. Frick it. Meanwhile, we are the #1 great power! Yay! You might think that's a goal accomplished, but, you know, the only goals we can tick off while we're playing are the Carthage borders and Rome at 100 devastation. The way I get it is we gotta be the #1 great power at the end of the video and be the trade leader. So even though we're the #1 great power now, it really doesn't matter. Somalia just asked me for mill access, and that's how I found out they exist. Yeah, another rare one. We got Qasim. Thing is, man, Austria hasn't been the HRE emperor for a while. I just realized that, so I could have fought Lucca. Only Nassau and their boys will help. But once again, we go back to the problem of, well, France being defender of the faith. I guess they're not? No, they're not. Someone else is. No one is. I think we do this because look, Lucca, Pisa, Florence, Jesus. Got us. I don't got a diplomat. Frick. By the way, we're like really making money now, boys. It's insane. Let's get new burger loans and build more. Ah, damn it. I just said Austria. Which means I'm fighting Lucca because they're allied. God damn it, bro. And Austria wasn't willing to help out Lucca. Still, I literally just checked. Damn. Either way, Valencia and Catalonia have been annexed. Maybe I set these 3 as provinces of interest and accept. Yeah, gotta go in. We still can't lose the Ottomans. We still gotta keep a hold of them. France just ditched me. I'm out of here, bro. Not worth it. The Ottomans are absolutely sucking in this war. They messed up my entire plan, man. God damn it, bro. And it sucks that we couldn't get ahead of this trade thing before the colonizers really started moving, man. Because sure, I can cripple Castile and Portugal right here, but Britain is still going to be routing everything over to the English Channel. You know, I probably should have given myself a time limit, but what time limit would I have given myself? Probably like 1550, and we'd failed. Either way, all of the vassals have now been annexed. Yeah. Alright, so watch this. I'm helping the Ottomans in this Mamluk stuff, right? But also, France is fighting Lucca. Austria is willing to help them, so I'm gonna call in Burgundy right here and take advantage of this. Because France can't defend them because they're fighting them. I definitely want to go for Lucca and Pisa. If I can, I'll also take Florence. And yes, I know I declared with Austria here, but I just had to go for it. Okay, so I'll get coalition by the world if I take Lucca, Pisa, and Florence. They're probably so dev'd at this point, bro. 24, 17, 26. I gotta do this. And even this is pretty bad, but I just have to. And we're done here. That's what I'm taking. By the way, I have been coalitioned by Venice and Switzerland. Yeah, I also allied Burgundy. Did I mention that? I think I did. I've started constructing some manufactories as well, and also I'm trading in cloves, which is a nice modifier for a little bit of trade efficiency. It's kind of hard to move off this, you know, it grows very slowly, man. Right now we're number 4. Britain is ahead of us, so are the Ottomans. Venice is really the main guy we gotta take down. Did the Ottomans get the CB on the Mamluks yet? Yeah, they got Ottoman invasion. What do they desire? Yeah, they desire all of the Mamluks. We gotta chill on that, though. Right now, Castile has to be next. It's just AE is insane. The Reconquista has started. And boys, I know we could, you know, like move our capital to like Genoa or whatever, or over here and like trade company all of this in North Africa. You know, your capital has to be in a different super region. Actually, this could be trade company even now, but I feel like it goes against the spirit of the campaign, removing our capital from Tunis, you know? And again, we do have the local trade power plus 50% modifier that we can activate in every state, which is a nutty. I keep forgetting about this always. We'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end. As for the GP sitch, we've dropped down to number 4 as expected. Yeah, man, just a quick little note on the economy. I know I haven't been... Oh, wait. What's this? France is fighting the Pope in the French conquest of Rome? No way! No balls, bro. No way they take it. The Pope has been super weak this campaign, but no way France takes that. Once again, an opportunity to not fight France, pretty much. I think we gotta do it even though AE is high. The coalition did disband. It was only the Pope, Venice, and Switzerland, but yeah. Yeah, let's move these guys up here, actually. Alright, it's the next day for me here, boys, but I think what I wanted to do yesterday was declare on Castile here because, yes, that's right, because France won't help them out, and the Ottomans in Burgundy will help me. Now, obviously, they do outnumber us like this. Portugal still comes in with their colonies. Castile comes in with their colonies. Venice is here too, but I think we should be able to do this with the Ottomans as help, man. They're not in any different war. Obviously, like, Burgundy is way weaker than our former ally, France, but still, maybe they can get some stuff done, and I hope to quickly peace out Venice here, and actually maybe even make them release a couple of guys. Obviously, diplo-vassalization is on the table here, but because we're a different religion, it might be tricky, so we'll see. Either way, there's a declaration on Castile. I mainly aim to take this and stuff over here if we can. We'll see what France takes too. So, let's go. Okay, war is still going on. I actually white-pieced Venice, man. I just wanted to get them out as fast as possible because they were really annoying. Here's Prospering Times, and I get it in Alexandria, which actually isn't that bad. There we go. So there's pretty much a level 3 center of trade in that province right there. Let's continue with the war. France pieced out. They took some things over here, and oh my god, I didn't even notice this. They did actually take Rome, bro. What is going on in this game? Boys, we yap on all the time about how the AI targets you, right? But it's not like they target things for your goals, right? How could have France known that I need to devastate Rome for this playthrough? And when? Tell me this, bro. I guarantee 99% of you can say you've never seen this. When have you seen the AI take Rome if it's not an Italian nation about to form Italy? Like, sometimes you see Venice do it, or Milan, or Florence, but they already have pretty much everything else that they need to form Italy, and then they take Rome as sort of a last resort type of thing. I've never seen anyone outside of Italy take Rome and hold it, bro. Let's see, do they have the thing right here, the modifier where everyone hates them? Yeah, they got occupation of Rome, so it means they declined giving it back to the Pope. My god, dude. And does the Pope not exist? I can't actually see him. No, he doesn't exist. No one's released him. Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna have to fight this France in order to devastate Rome. I always thought it would be the Pope or something like that. And you know how hard it is to get this up to 100 devastation? It's crazy. Like, unless we get Omega lucky for that event where you can sack the city. Oh my god. Okay, let me shut up. This clip's long enough. Awesome. Even more good news in this fine morning we're having. I just got a Regency Council. Oh, it's only for 1 year. Okay, we're good. And this guy's actually not half bad. Option to release Saleh right here and play as a Pirate Republic. New. We're still going on. Tier 6 Gov Reform time. We're not close to absolutism yet, so I think I'm gonna go with Aristocratic Court here. What? No way! What the hell? I can confirm thalassocracy in 1550? What the hell do I need to control for that? It's, let's see, which one is for us here? Okay, it's the second one. So, Ligurian Sea would be Genoa. Yes, we are the strongest power there. Gulf of Valencia is Valencia. Yep, that's true. Tunis, yeah, of course. Gibraltar is, I guess, Sevilla. And Agadir would be Safi. Really? You can confirm thalassocracy with these 5 trade nodes? That's like the easiest one, dude. I've never seen an easier one than this. Hell yeah. There we go. We got the thalassocracy government reform, which is for which one? Ah, it's tier 8. Yeah, actually that would come in very nice, right? Yeah, and we just got an additional merchant from that. That's dope. So we got a guy in Alexandria, we got a guy in Genoa, then it's Valencia, then it's Tunis, Safi. I guess we need one in Sevilla. He can actually collect for now. I'm collecting pretty much everywhere because we don't have that big of a control over Genoa to where I can route everything to it, but that's dope, man. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Damn, this is already a lot of aggressive expansion, and just for 6 provinces too, dude. Maybe I don't connect up my land and instead I go for something like this. Oh wait, Granada, and these are the expensive ones. Yeah, it's Granada that's like making this super expensive. So in that case, I think I'll take a province here to release Leon from, like Caceres, and we can reconquer a bunch of provinces from them as well. Maybe we do this? Like that, we get another gold mine. Let's see, Cordoba, Jaén. No, that doesn't connect it. I think I'll do this, man. I know it's super border glory, but I think I'll do this. No money, no war reps. Maybe we make them cancel overlordship over Naples. They are about to integrate them, and that is going to weaken them severely. I am going to keep going. I'm going to make them do that. I think it's paused right now, yeah. I still can't believe we're going to have to fight this Omega France, bro. They got Milan, too? Damn. Okay, siege down Naples. Let's see. Yeah, they'll accept this. Okay, a funny peace deal right there. Naples still hates me. All right, frick off then. But there's another mission. Seize the Isles, Crete, Rhodes, and something. Cyprus we get claims on. We're not interested in this. I'm not gonna fight the Ottomans. Raid on Genoa, ducats and sailors. Raid on Valencia, ducats and sailors. Speaking of raids, we actually haven't done them for quite a while. And also, I think raiding devastates as well. Let's see how much. Really not that much. Okay, now that we're done with that, I'm gonna release Lyon right there. There we go, that's the only one we want to do. We can reconquer this later. Let's core up the rest of it. Made Portugal and alliances again. AE is really high. With everyone I need to fight, this actually sucks. We might get into it with the Mamluks again in just about 5 years here, because the Ottomans now do have that CB. Sorry, it's... No, which one is it? It's this one. Yeah, they got Ottoman invasion, and I think they strongly desire the Mamluk provinces. Maybe I don't get into it with the Mamluks then. Well, at least we can do the Eid Benadu. I think this one is a good one for trade, if I'm not mistaken. Caravan power, trade efficiency. Oh yeah, oof, we gotta get this up to level 3, man. I better get going on this one. Ming isn't blowing up, which isn't good for my #1 great power goal that I'm trying to achieve, but I am still number 3 like this, so actually not too far off from France and the Ottomans. I can ally Austria. Huh. Are they rival with the Ottomans? They are. Can I keep both of them? Because I know Austria would help me fight France, but they're not really that strong. I'm an idiot. Of course Venice would fight Naples. God damn it. Now, I actually did end up allying Austria, and they just became emperor again, which will increase their power. The reason I did that is, and by the way, if someone threatens to break the alliance with me, I'll keep the alliance with the Ottomans, because I actually want to go in on Venice here. My truce with them just expired. I messed up by making them go into Naples right here and getting Naples free. This will also reset my truce with Castile, and I just plan to give away everything I can from Venice right here. I'm going to call in the Ottomans, Burgundy, and Austria with the promise of land. We can give them like Istria or something like that. Just going to declare a regular conquest here for like Florence or something. Yeah, let's go. And we've absolutely 100%ed Venice, ladies and gentlemen. Suck it, assholes. Okay, oh wait, the knights too? Okay, let's piece them out. Do that. Okay, but with that done, I think I am gonna give my boys some land for helping. Let's give Istria to Austria right there. Let's give this to the Ottomans right there. Why not? That's so much freaking war score. Why do they cost that much? 11, 16, 18? God damn it, I'm not giving anything to the Ottomans in that case. There we go, let's just give Istria to Austria. Make them give this back to Naples. Release, I don't know, Urbino, Spoleto, Perugia, Padua, Modena, Mantua, Verona we can make them do. Let's make them do Siena as well. Actually, let's not make them do Siena, and I'll take Florence, I think. Okay, that's the peace deal with Venice. I think I weakened them a little bit. Hopefully they won't just fight them again, and hopefully, man, even though we're a different religion, some of these guys might like me enough to where I can diplo-vassalize them. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. That's a stupid-ish war with Venice done. Hey, I can become an empire. Nice, man. That actually, I think, has quite a lot of influence on these guys accepting diplo-vassalization. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, yes. Goddamn, another Regency Council. That guy was pretty good, too. For 10 years? Frick my life. Okay, we'll work on diplo-vassalizing then. This sucks. France declared on Perugia. That sucks. These guys are gonna lose trust and stuff. It's gonna be harder to diplo-vassalize them. And I can pretty much already do Spoleto here, man. I'm just waiting for, you know, for the month to take over. I can do all of them. I don't want this to influence that, though. God damn, I'm gonna have to decline this. I don't want to get into it with France now. By the way, this down here is just the Ottomans calling me into something. I'm not really even participating, working on vassalizations. Just got Urbino as well. Perugia obviously is gonna die. Let's go for Modena. By the way, I'm doing them all one by one because they're all rival to each other, so I can't do two guys at the same time. All right, got all of them except for Padua. Sorry, or Perugia. Sorry, Perugia. But yeah, man, these assholes, France, dude. I'm gonna have to use all my power to crush them. Ottomans, I guess, would destabilize them. Why? And they got access. Who But yeah, just a couple of more provinces, boys, and we'll have the what you call it, the I'm blanking. The Carthage goal. The Carthage goal is probably like these over here and maybe these three, depending on how you look at the map. I guess not. I guess we'll just call it like Sevilla, this one, and these four for the what you call it, for the Carthage goal. Yeah, it's kind of a undefined border as well. Meanwhile, on this front, we are number 4 in a trade. We have definitely decreased Venice's power. Pretty close to the Ottomans in Venice, and Britain is just a little bit ahead of us. I think, man, by expanding more over here and in Italy, we'll definitely have this in the bag, even with Britain colonizing. Should we do more of these guys as well? We can do Ayr, they're fairly big. Albania, Beja, Dongola. Nah, what's the point? What's the point of doing them? Told the boys to divert trade, and we've jumped a little bit over the Ottomans. Venice is back to being number 1, though. Yeah, we gotta fight these guys even more, man. Take like Arezzo and Siena from them, Terracina, all of this, everything we can take, we take. France has guaranteed Portugal, frick. Now France is fighting Venice, but this is like, I genuinely cannot believe that they're holding Rome, man. Oh, well, actually, man, France does have some pretty important missions that lead them this way. It's like the be friendly with the Pope or rival them or whatnot, right? Yeah, they got claims on all of Italy. The Pope did pop back out, though. He's in Germany now. Okay, Austria threatening to break the alliance because they are allied to Castile. You're kidding. And Poland is defender of the faith. Jesus, boys. I think about giving this challenge up, man, every second. Okay, what I gotta do here is unrival Castile, but I can't because we're at war. Okay, let's actually dip from this war and unrival Castile. I do want to keep Austria. Yeah, and I was just waiting for this truce to expire. In just 2 years, they were all alone. There was no defender of the faith or anything like that. Of course, I couldn't even declare because I got a regency council. Okay, France just took 3 provinces up here. A lot of people are mad. I'm not mad enough to coalition them, though. No shit. Oh, that's right. We got a second gold mine. I just realized that. Might as well dev it up. Okay, Ottomans did get Aelit Emisha right here, and they got cores on me. Please don't hate me, boys. Please. We got such good relations, man. There we go. Oh, I can become the Mamluks right now. And Andalusia. I still can't become Andalusia. That's right. I just realized we never got into the necessary provinces, but like I said at the start, boys, we're staying Tunis for this playthrough. Actually, France got even more provinces down here. I just realized. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those, you know, one of those legendary A to Z's, the way everything is going. Austria just PU'd Bohemia. I helped in that war. Actually, I can just make Austria in the alliance with Castile using favors, and then it's me and Ottomans versus Castile and Poland, Lithuania. Of course, it's the freaking French conquest of Naples. I can't do anything. I still got a Regency Council. Damn it, bro. I can't believe I let these guys do this, man. They're like so strong. They don't want to, Ottomans probably won't help here. You know, when I was telling Leith this goal, because everyone, you know, sorry, not this goal, but telling me to tell me the goal, because everyone voted for it, he was like, okay, so what's the time frame you're looking at? You know, the first thing he asked me is how long you want to play. I was like, shoot, man, 1550s, 1600 max. So that's why he gave me these goals. It's already 1565, and I haven't done one of them, man. We can technically only do 2 during gameplay and 2 are right at the end. The Great Power and the Trade one are end ones. I still haven't got Carthage borders, and I still haven't devastated Rome. I was kind of saving this one for like the last war, but I really thought the freaking Pope would own Rome. You see why I've been avoiding doing this challenge for like 3 weeks. Okay, just made Austria in the alliance with Castile. Let's go ahead and declare on them with the help of no one. With the help of no one. You know what I think it is? I think the Ottomans will change their mind because distant war will go away once Poland gets involved. So let's do a reconquest for, I don't know, Plasencia or something like that, and we'll take even more. There we go. There's the declaration, and there's the Ottomans, of course. Okay, it's not too far away for them. That's the thing. This should be a relatively quick one, man, if I'm being honest. Oh, France didn't do anything with Naples. They didn't take land because they'd probably get coalition to hell. What are these guys, stupid? Where the hell are their armies? They got 120k. Where the hell are Ottomans? Look, my vassals are helping more than the Ottomans. I don't get this. If Poland's out, Castile is pretty much sieged down over here. Took what the institution was, and now we got this. Another idea group we need for making money right here. So with trade, we got trade efficiency and production efficiency. How could this help us with trade? There's another merchant. That's good. Yeah, goods produced doesn't really help. What about infrastructure? Construction would be decent, but we already got pretty much everything. Fort maintenance. I'm going economic. They'll accept. I'm giving everything back to Leon and taking all of this. It's 150 aggressive expansion and 1,058 admin points. Frick it, bro. I'm tired. Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think according to my understanding here, you know, even though the border sort of goes kind of like this based off this image I'm looking at, I am gonna say right now that we have finally accomplished one of our goals of owning Carthage borders. And obviously we do, you know, based on this map right here that I'm looking at. And of course we own even more than that, but I will officially say one goal accomplished. All we gotta do is have Rome at 100 devastation, which is impossible right now, be the #1 great power, which is not that hard honestly, and be the... Oh, but I think that's because I was in this war with Castile. We are currently the trade leader, but boys, like I've said many times, this does not mean the goal is accomplished. This needs to be there at the end of the game, where we're also, you know, we need to be #1 here and #1 here, and that's when the campaign is done, after I've already 100% devastated Rome, or while I'm 100% devastating. Okay, but now pour all of this up, at least everything that we can. That did give us, you know, what you call it, Sevilla and Cadiz right here as centers of trade, so that does increase our control over Sevilla. Do we want to leave Portugal and Castile here though? Because they will keep routing their stuff over in this trade node, whereas if I kick them out completely, they'll move their capital elsewhere, like in Africa or something like that, right? Or these islands, and they won't still route to Sevilla, which will, of course, will lower the value of Sevilla and Valencia. Sevilla mainly. Yeah, I think so. We got a massive Somalia over here that the Ottomans just called me into a war with. Well, actually with Aden, but you get the point. Giving everyone access so everyone likes me quicker, man. You know, war is done, and I'm still kind of the trade leader, and I'm pretty close to being the #1 great power. Dude, this can be accomplished. This campaign can get done in just one war with France. So I declare on France and beat their ass hard, and then just... How the frick do I get Rome to 100 devastation, man? Maybe I occupy everything in France, but no, it's gotta be done without allies, and I can't do it without allies. It's like standing on it, looting it, letting it replenish, looting it again, scorching earth and stuff like that, you know, raiding it beforehand. The only way it could be done instantly is if we get that event to sack it, but it's like, it's so random, and they've got so many forts, it doesn't matter. I think this is probably the hardest goal, getting it to 100 devastation. I know there's a goal to devastate Tunis up to 100, as Naples, I think it was, and goddamn, that was so annoying. So yeah, aside from that, man, I don't see how it can get that much devastated. There are a couple of tricks, but I need to do it solo, and I can't. I think the War of the Protestant League is happening. It is. It's like a super weak one. Burgundy's the emperor right now. Hey, finally, tier freaking... Oh, wait. The next one is Thalassocracy. God damn it, bro. I really thought... Let's just go with this one. I'm still leading trade, and in fact, by quite a lot. I don't understand how exactly, but yeah, we are making a lot of money from trade, man. We are making a lot of money from trade. I wonder if I reroute everything, will I make even more? Because right now we're collecting in Tunis anyway, which is our main trade node. Let me try this. Let's move our main trading port to Genoa. Right now making 87. So there we go. We've moved our main trade node to Genoa. Now we're routing from here directly to there. Safi will do transfer. That transfers to Sevilla. Tunis will do transfer as well. Sevilla will do transfer, and Valencia will do transfer. So now, yeah, Alexandria to Genoa. Genoa, we're collecting Valencia to Genoa. Tunis to Valencia. Actually, maybe I want Tunis to go to Sevilla first. And then that's in here, and that's in there, and then that's there. Okay, so a month has ticked over, and we're making 98. Okay, this is better. So I do have enough of a control over Genoa to route it like that. The only thing I'm not sure about is the Tunis going to Sevilla first, because we're probably losing a little bit over here. So let's try Tunis to Valencia first. It's 98 right now. Okay, now I'm trading in wine as well. It's 103 like this. This is pretty much how trade works in EU4, boys. Everyone's always like, I don't get trade. Just move these guys around until you find what works for you. Okay, so this is the best right now. Now let's see if it's even more if we go directly to Genoa from Tunis. It's pretty similar. I think I'm gonna take it to Valencia first, though. I got ship trade power now on as well. Just annexed up a couple of guys. Obviously, this will fluctuate, boys, but Yeah. Okay, boys, so what I've done is I just sent a bunch of money over to the Ottomans to help them pay off their debt. Using favors, I also made them lower their opinion of France, and I asked them to prepare for war. And that means that both the Ottomans and Austria are now willing to help me versus France. France is the #1 great power in the world, and it seems like we already got a pretty big handle over this whole trade thing, right? So I'm gonna consider this goal like preemptively done. I don't gotta think about it anymore, even though, like I said, this is one we take a look at the end. The Carthage one is done. France is the #1 great power in the world. They got about 50-ish more dev than us over here. Why are these numbers different? Did I just do some deving? I don't think I did deving. Either way, it doesn't matter. If we declare on France right here, they got 120,000 troops. Scotland will come in as well. Negligible. Ottomans come in. Austria comes in. We're pretty powerful and we can beat them. But how do I take enough land from France and have Rome 100% devastated at the same time? I guess it can't be. So what we gotta do in this war is somehow get Rome to 100 devastation so we can tick that goal off and then peace out France to where we take enough land and I overtake them on the great powers list. This has the potential to be the final war. We're recruiting some more cannons right here. The first thing I'm actually going to do is get this navy over here so we can raid Rome, perhaps. That helps tiny bit. I've also been annexing some subjects. It's only Verona, Spoleto, and Lyon left right now. So yeah, and that was mostly for the trade thing that we were doing. So if we fight France, we could potentially take stuff over here. Doesn't matter too much. Let's wait for these guys. And we'll declare. I'll also ask Austria to prepare for war here as well, just so we know in the next year, neither Austria or the Ottomans will declare their own wars. Actually, I gotta upgrade my galleys first, apparently. And another good thing is, France is currently fighting Muisca, which is down here. So we can assume maybe that at least some of their 120,000 troops are over here. Additionally, there's another merchant from Economic, which I'll tell to collect in Venice. Currently, we're at 109. Now, that moved us up a little bit. Or not. All right, upgraded the troops, upgraded the boats, got new mill tech is what I mean. Let's go ahead and declare for the conquest of, like, Terracina or something like that. Call on the Ottomans and Austria. And this could, if we're lucky with Rome here, be our final war in this campaign. Let's hope it is, because I can't stand another minute of it. Okay, so we got an Austrian stack exactly in Rome. I actually couldn't raid it, but with the blockading here, we'll get their devastation up. What do we do? Occupy it, raise it, keep stepping on and off of it. I think it's gonna take a while. Yeah, France has a powerful army. What about Miltech? I did just upgrade. I am ahead of them? Yes, I am ahead of them. Okay, let's send both of these guys into Rome here. No, I can't go like that. Oh, I can't step around Venice. All right, just scorched Rome. That brought it up to 10. It changes by 0.6 per month because it's under siege, scorched, and blockaded. So I don't want to siege it down because then the blockade will go away and the under siege modifier will also go away. But I also don't want to have my allies step on it either because then they won't move off. Yeah, that's the key. Just keep moving back and forth between it. Or, you know, keep an eye out on the siege when it's at like 7, I'll step off and come back in. Right now what I'm doing is just making these guys go in circles on Rome, never really actually sieging it, you know? They'll keep walking back and forth between Rome and Spoleto. Damn, actually already up to 20 devastation, man. Yeah, the blockade and the scorched earth are really doing its thing. This is actually not that hard. We just gotta be patient and pray that none of my allies want to occupy it. Sure, the Ottomans have actually stepped on it. They won't siege it that fast. At least this will speed up the devastation. I gotta hope they move off. Actually, no. I'll just make them attach. So I found a little trick here. If I actually siege it, they don't come and help out the siege. But me moving back and forth makes them want to come in and siege it. So I just stand on it, man. And then once it's like at 7 or 14 or 21%, I walk off, then come back in before anyone else comes in. It's at 43 right now, so it's going decently well. Can't scorch it again, obviously. But yeah. Aside from that, man, the war is going excellent. You know, I'm taking it kind of slow so we can do Rome because if everything else gets occupied and it's only Rome left, everyone will rush to Rome, right? And we'll just siege it down. Yeah, it's ticking up. It's still 0.6/0.5 per month, depending on if I'm sieging it or not. Why didn't I think of this? No cannons, obviously. Why didn't I remove the cannon? See, I'm looking up like ways to increase devastation right now, and the thing that everyone says it's occupy, loot, wait for loot to come back, and then loot it again, and then raise, you know, burn the land. But I think it's way faster if you don't occupy it, isn't it? So I think even if I have to occupy Rome, let's say, if everything else gets occupied here, and then I gotta come back in on Rome, it still can be done. I just have to sit on it and loot it and stuff like that. Is there loot over here? There isn't loot. It replenishes, of course. But yeah, it's just gonna take way longer if I do end up sieging it down. Ooh, we have the ability to scorch again, so it's at, let's see, 56.25 right now. If I scorch, it goes up to 66.25. Okay, that's a nice speed up. So when you scorch, it goes up by 10, but you can only do it every 5 years. Yeah, it has been 5 years. I just knocked out Scotland, by the way. Okay, so checking out this, I gotta take around 70-ish dev. Another quick check on the trade thing. I'm leading by far. Excellent. And I think France just got decked on by Britain. Yes, they did. Oh, sorry, Britain declared on Scotland. Another interesting thing is the Protestants won, but since the Pope popped out of here, he left the HRE. Oh, this is such a goofy HRE, man. This is like one of the rarest things you can see in regards to someone leaving it, or yeah, the map mode is insane. Okay, so France is pretty much done here, boys, and everyone's just coming to help out in Rome now. Yeah, expected. I mean, we did get it up pretty quickly, man. It took 6 years only to get it up to 71% right here, which honestly isn't half bad. Well, I think we are gonna have to occupy it, and then we're just gonna have to, do it the loot way, you know? Oh, wait, I can raid the coast. Did that help? No, that didn't help. Raiding doesn't increase devastation? What the hell? Or maybe, I didn't raid Rome. I probably, like, raided Siena or something. Hey, they're not actually helping. They just stopped here. Now, the best thing that could happen right now is Austria and the Ottomans leaving because they're getting war exhaustion and stuff from Call for Peace. Which, no, wait, that's, what? What the hell? You can separate peace these guys? No, you can't. I don't care. Let's just reduce war exhaustion, man. Oh, I probably want to cancel spy network so I don't siege as quickly. Dude, it was so close. All of the Ottomans left to go up here. I stepped off, but I didn't do this. I did this, and they were walking in right about to step on it. But no, my guys got on there, and they all went back. So the Ottoman AI knows what I want to do. It's getting even more tricky, so what I gotta do is send these guys away, and at the same time send these guys away. As soon as that happens, all the Ottomans start walking in, but once I get there, they leave, so yeah, it's complicating, man. They're itching for me to get Rome. Everyone's getting, like, Call for Peace or whatever. What I think we gotta do is wait until, like, 90, right? Yeah, like 1590. By that point, it'll be like, I don't know, what's that? Like 24 times 0.6. If we get 6 for 10, that's like 12. So we'll be at like 90 something, and then we'll scorch again, and it's at 100, and we're done. So yeah, 3 more years or 2 more years of this. But we got a problem. Brandenburg's here, and they're not stepping off. Why the frick is Brandenburg in? Oh, and I can't even do nothing. They got enough troops to siege it by themselves. They got 8k. I can't believe it, man. Dumbass Brandenburg messed everything up. Okay. Oh, it's at 95. Why though? How did it get up that quickly? Maybe I miscalculated by how quickly it takes, but no, it doesn't. Okay, so now, transfer occupation to myself, right? This is Spoleto. We step off and loot it? Okay, no, we don't have to step off. It's still increasing because it's occupied and it's scorched. Dude, we only got a couple of more months here. It doesn't matter that Brandenburg is standing on it. So really, the only thing I was actually the under siege modifier for 0.1. So it really wasn't that deep, was it? Who the hell? Austria's out, but we're so close it doesn't even matter. And there it is, folks. February 1st, 1589, and Rome is at 100 devastation. We've salted the earth, and that's officially another goal accomplished. So, we did the Carthage borders. Now we've got Rome at 100 devastation. And we're also the #1 trade leader, by far. All we need for this campaign to be done is for us to get about 59 dev, and that's not gonna be a problem, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time to peace out France. I'm gonna take Calabria, I'm gonna take Terracina, I'm gonna take Perugia. Why am I saying words in French? Ugh. And I'm gonna do what Hannibal himself couldn't do and take the province of Rome itself, along with Nizza, Albenga. Sorry, that's not Albenga. Let's just calculate. So 9 plus 11, that's 20. This puts it at 5261 and 869, nice, and 776. Just to be safe, ladies and gentlemen, I'll also nab all of this. Hell yeah. Well, actually, no, that's over 120, so we don't really want to do that. Let's do something like this right here. And with that, our final war is done. And there you have it, folks. I think I'm going to call it right there because I can't stand another second of this campaign. Rome has dropped down from 100 devastation, but obviously that's just a goal that we ticked off. And now let's take a look at the trade thingy right here. We are by far the biggest, trader in the world, by far the most income from trade. And keep in mind, we can see Ming and all of these guys in Asia as well. So we are definitely out of every country in the world, #1. And if we take a look at the great powers list, we are also the #1 great power with 1412 dev. This is what we ended up looking like, ladies and gentlemen, and that's officially all 4 of our very annoying goals done. Next time I ask you for a goal, Lath, if you're watching this, just I don't know, just tell me to get full annexed or something, because this honestly took way too long. But yeah, there you go, man. Start off as Tunis, like I said at the start of the video, a very dear nation of mine. I do enjoy playing them quite a lot. I have played them a bunch of times. Super, super fun naval gameplay, man. And with the raiding mechanics, that's absolutely awesome. Obviously, this isn't really what a typical Tunis campaign would go like, since we were focusing on different things, in a real campaign, man. I wouldn't care this much about Italy during this point. We'd push way harder into Iberia. We'd be forming Andalusia. We'd be taking slightly different idea groups right here. Maybe, quality trade and economic is okay. I probably wouldn't go defensive as Tunis. I'd probably pick up quantity or something like that. But aside from that, man, honestly, a very nice campaign. I'm a little bit sad we couldn't confirm thalassocracy because it's such a rare government reform and we got it so easily, man. I usually only do it in the late game, but yeah, it turned out really well. And by the way, if you're thinking, oh, Hulk, wait and core these provinces, I can't be bothered, boys. I really can't. I gotta record other videos too, bro. I don't got 5 days to play Tunis. But aside from that, man, just to show off a couple of other things. So obviously running level 3 advisors right here, making a very nice income, most of it coming from trade. So it was definitely a very good idea that we picked up trade and that we went economic and that we got those policies and stuff like that ahead of time in almost every single tech. Barely didn't wrap up economic. That would have given us another 10% trade efficiency and production efficiency and completed most of the ideas that were relevant for where we were expanding, you know what it is. Vassalized a bunch of these guys in Italy, annexed some of them, didn't annex Leon, didn't even get all of Iberia like I thought we needed. And I gotta say, man, even though they know they can be assholes sometimes, big shout out to the Ottomans for helping so much in this campaign. And honestly, even Austria here, who doesn't really like me, in the later portion of this run. Even though we cut the Ottomans out of Egypt, they still didn't turn our back on us, man. Maybe the secret is trust, boys, but they hate us quite a lot as well. Honestly, a very nice campaign as Tunis, man. Like I've said many times in these past couple of A to Z videos, I'm savoring each episode of A to Z more and more. And aside from Tunis, man, I think the only big and important guys that are left in A to Z is Venice and Vijayanagar, which are like the only 2 nations in season V. Maybe there's another one, but I don't know. Yeah, aside from that, I think that's all of them, man. I think that's all of them. I've been delaying it a little bit. Originally, we were supposed to end A to Z like the start of October or something like that. Right now, it's going to be like the start of November. So, yeah, a couple of more nations left to go, and that pesky Riazan right there. But, yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed this run, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like as well. It really does help out a lot. And, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very happy to say that this campaign as Tunis in A to Z has been a success. And that has been Tunis in A to Z. Let me know in the comments below what I should do as this nation next week. But that's it for me for now. See you next time.